Hello everyone, in this video we are going to see about the program for sine series. Okay, so first listen to the series. The series is actually sin x is equal to x minus x cube by 3 factorial plus x power 5 by 5 factorial minus x power 7 by 7 factorial. So listen carefully to the series how it goes. Okay, you can see the powers of x are in odd numbers, that is, this is x power 1, x power 3, x power 5 and x power 7, and here also we can see the sign is alternative, minus plus minus plus and so on, and denominator is, this is actually 1 factorial like. Okay, so 1 factorial, 3 factorial, 5 factorial and 7 factorial. So listen to the series carefully. Whenever you are given to program a series of things, first we have to find the difference between the first and the second term. When you say a series, the series has some dependence between the consecutive terms, that is called series actually. Okay, suppose if we say odd number, then the difference is 2, 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 2, 7. If it is even number means 0 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 2, 6, 8, 10. If it is multiples of 3 means 3, 6, 9. So when you say it is a series, every series have some relationship between the consecutive terms. What is the consecutive term? This is the term, first term, this is the consecutive term. For this term, this is the consecutive term. Okay, so first you have to observe the difference between the consecutive terms, and you have to, if you are able to find the difference, then we can automatically find out the continuous terms in the series. Okay, so let us see how we are able to find the series. So the relationship is here, x power 1 by 1 factorial minus x power 3 by 3 factorial plus x power 5 by factorial and so on. That means alternative plus and minus, and odd numbers here, and here also the factorial of odd numbers. And you all know that what is the factorial? 1 factorial means it is 1, and then 3 factorial means 3 into 2 into 1, 5 factorial means 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, and 7 factorial means 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, like that it goes. Okay, now let us see about the logic of this calculation. I'll just show you the calculation how this logic goes. Okay, so how to find out the terms, listen here. So this is the series. How the series goes: sin of x is equal to x minus x cube by 3 factorial plus x power 5 by 5 factorial minus x power 7 by 7 factorial. So initially in our program we have assigned t is equal to x and sum is equal to x, because the series starts by x. So we are assuming the first term as the sum and the second, and the sum is also as x. So t is equal to x and sum is equal to x. And what is t is, the next term is t into minus 1, because we have alternative values of minus 1. So minus 1, next time it will become minus into minus 1 plus 1, then plus into minus minus. Likewise this minus term will give you the logic of the alternative minus in the series. And then here every time we are multiplying the term by x square, because x into x square is x cube into x square is x power 5, and x power 5 into x square is x power 7 and so on. So we are multiplying by the term x square. Okay, and now here listen here, and then for the denominator this is actually 2 power I into 2 power I plus 1. That means suppose here I is equal to 1 means 2 into 3, 2 into 2 plus 2i plus 1 means 3. So 2 into 3 means it is actually 3 factorial. 3 into 2 into 1 is 3 factorial. We need 3 factorial for this term. Okay, afterwards when the term, now I have just shown the steps here. Step 1, t is equal to x into minus 1 this term, and then this term x square divided by 2 into I. Here the I is equal to 1, the first loop starts. So 2 into 1 into 2 into I is equal to 1, here 2 into I plus 1. So this is equal to x into x square is x cube, and this is minus, and divided by 2 into 3, which is equal to minus x cube by 3 factorial. So this term you have got now. Okay, so why I am explaining this logic is we will program this way how to multiply one term by the other term to get in a for loop to get the consecutive terms. We all know that the function of the for loop is to get the things continuously done repeatedly. Doing some process is the use of the loops. Okay, now I will show you the second step. How now the second step goes. In step 2, the previous step, the answer is minus x cube by 3 factorial. So I have taken over here. Okay, and then what is sum? Sum is equal to, initially sum is x, and then second I have found out t is equal to minus x cube by 3 factorial. So which is sum is equal to sum plus t is the formula. So sum is equal to x and sum plus t. What is t now? T is the new t now found out, which is minus x cube by 3 factorial. So now it is becomes x minus x cube by 3 factorial. So we have got this much term. Now we have to find out this term. So how to find out? Now I have shown here how to find out here. So now which is equal to, again for this x power 3 we have to get x power 5 we have to multiply by x2. So the same thing over here. So this is the repeated term. We will multiply every term to get the consecutive terms. See the example, see the flow here. Minus x cube by 3 factorial is the previous term. I am going to multiply by minus 1. So minus 1 into x square divided by 2 into I. What I here is 2. Second step I is equal to 2. So now this is I is also is equal to 2. So 2 into 2 is 4 into 5. Okay, so which is equal to minus x cube into x square is x power 5 minus 1 to into minus x cube into minus 1 is plus x power 5. 3 factor already I am having in the previous term. So how to get the next term? This is 4 and this is 5, which is equal to 3 factorial into 4 into 5. So this is how we have got the x power 5 by 5 factorial. So this term we have got. Now I will show you one more term for your convenience how to get the this term also. Likewise this term goes and goes. We need not calculate all the term, just you have to find the relationship between the previous term and the consecutive term. I will show you one more step, step 3, to get the clarity. Now the step 3 is, previously the answer we have got is x power 5 by 5 factorial. So t is equal to x power 5 by 5 factorial. Now the formula you have to apply again. So t is equal to t into minus 1. What is t? X power 5 by 5 factorial into minus 1, and then this x square I have given divided by this term. What is I is equal to 3 now? So 2 into 3 into 2 into 3 plus 1. What is 2 into 3 plus 1 is 7. So this is 6 and this is 7. So 6 into 7. Now how the answer becomes? X power 5 into x power 2 is x power 7. Plus into minus is minus. So minus x power 7 by 5 factorial, the answer is here. Now what you have got? 6 and then into 7. So what is this? This is actually 7 factorial. So minus x power 7 by 7 factorial. So this term we have got. Likewise, when you keep on multiplying, we can get the consecutive terms in the sine series. So just for the understanding, I have shown this series, and now let us see how the program works. Okay, so now program, this is the calculation part I have shown as one small video inside this video. Now this is the next part is the program. Now listen to the program carefully. Include stdio.h as usual, and then conio dot for console input output, and then void when it starts. So now we need, for the iteration we need I, and number of terms. What is number of terms is when you calculate up to some 7 terms or 8 terms, you can get the more accurate answer. Okay, so we can give the number of terms as 5 or 6 or 7 as we wish, and then what we are going to find the sum is the float x, which is the floating point value, and then sum also will be floating, because when you divide by some value you get always the decimal values. So t, so term will be float, x will be float, and sum will be float, and then I have declared one clear screen to clear the screen after the next output. So first I need the x value, I value as well as the n value. So I value comes from the loop, x value I have to get as an input. So x is an floating point variable. So enter the value of x is equal to percentage f ampersand x, because f is an floating point variable. Now I have to get the n value, number of terms. How many terms means, suppose I am calculating till x power 7 by 7 factorial, or I am going for more terms, x power 9 by 9 factorial. The terms may be 9 terms or 10 terms or 5 terms, it depends. Okay, as the number of terms is more and more, the accuracy also will be more. So I am just giving the number of term value, which is percentage d. So I have got the ampersand n as the value. Now this is the function, which this is the equation to calculate the degree values. When you enter the input value, it is not in the degree value. So I am converting this value into pi by 180. This is the pi value, which is 3.14 something by 180. So the given value into pi by 180 will convert the values into degrees, degrees into radians. So I have to convert this into given x into pi by 180. So this is the calculation conversion part from the radian to degrees. And then initially I told you in the sum series, sine series, first term is x. So t is also is equal to x, sum is also is equal to x. So we have assumed the first term as x. Okay, so now what we have to do is the repeated term. So what is the repeated term? This is the repeated term. We have to find out the repeated terms. So in order to find the repeated term, I have to use the for loop. So I use the for loop in the series. I have also explained the calculation in the previous small video inside. So t is equal to t into minus 1 into x square divided by 2i into 2i plus 1. So this is the term formula. You have to understand and you have to learn this formula. So every time the for loop goes, it find out one term, like x power 3 by 3 factorial, x power 5 by 5 factorial, x power 7 by 7 factorial, etc. and etc. And then once it does, it has to add the value. Sum is equal to sum plus t. So what is sum plus t is? This is the one. This is the first term and this is the second term. You have to add. Then you have to go for the this. Now this is the sum. You have to add the new term. Then sum plus t. Next time this is the sum and this is the term. Likewise, every time you add up, this summation will be added and it will add the new term also. Okay, so that is what this for loop does repeatedly, finding the new term and adding the sum is equal to sum plus t. When this for loop gets over, your sum is calculated. So we have to print the sum. So how to print the sum? Printf the value of sin x is equal to percentage 0.4f is given. Why 0.4f is? After decimal point I need 4 digits. For that I have given 0.4 and then what is f is the floating point value. So we have two formats for x as well as for the sum. Okay, so this is how. So now this is calculated. Now then we have to print the value and then you have to put the get ch over here. So when you when you put get ch, then you will get the printed value and then the void open is closed. Okay, you can see here this is the get ch is the end of the statement as usual and then the void statement is closed over here. So that's all the program. Okay, so getting the input and converting the radians into degrees, and then this loop will convert the consecutive terms and then also find the sum of the term. We have to print the value. So that's all. The program will find the value and this is how the output looks like. When it is asked for x value, I am giving 90. This is the sine series. For sine 90, the value is 1. Okay, so I am giving n is equal to 8 terms. For 8 terms, the loop is repeat. That means it will calculate till some x power 13 by 13 factor like that. Okay, it will go for 8 terms and then the value found out is this is what the converter value of this you are given as degree value, sine as 90. It has given as the radian value after the calculation by pi x into pi by 180. This is the value which is equal to, this is the answer. So this is how this program calculates the sine series. The same almost the same logic is repeated for the cos series also, with some minute difference, so that we can get the cos values also. Hope you understood the concept behind the how the sine series is calculated, and also the how the program works to get the sum and the consecutive terms in the sine series. And thanks for watching.